What is good, people? It's Ladomski back. It's been a while. I went on I guess you could call it a hiatus. It's been about 2 months since I made a video. And you may notice that it's not a game this time. I'm actually going to start tutorials on programming. If you guys didn't know, um, I am in college, um, earning my associate's degree in software development. Eventually, I will be going for my bachelor's in computer science. And one of the things I wanted to start doing is doing tutorials on some of the programming languages that I'm using, just in case anybody wants to dabble in some website development or web application development. First, I'm going to start with one of the easiest programming languages to learn to make static web pages, HTML. Now, just a little disclaimer: I'm not going to stop making video games. This is just a little side. I just want to see what happens with these tutorials. You may have noticed I do have a text editor open up. You need some kind of text editor to program in any kind of language, or you need some kind of um, software that could run programming languages. So here I got Notepad++. It's a free application. You can search in Google Notepad++, or you could just use regular Notepad if you're using Windows. I like using Notepad++ because one, you can set the language at first that you're using, and it will color code it for you. Notepad doesn't do that. If you use Notepad++, it will set the extension for you. .html is the extension for HTML pages, and it sets automatically once you declare that language HTML. So to start off these videos, first video obviously should be basic structure, and these 9 lines right here that I have up on the screen are the basic structure to any web page. First line is the declaration. This is HTML, so we are going to start out with declaration of HTML. Doc type. This is required for any web pages that use HTML5, which is the current version of HTML. So we go ahead and start with that. This is required for every web page out there. Is you start with a opening tag, exclamation point, doc type. It's in capital letters, following those proper coding practices. HTML follows it, plus a closing tag. You're going to see this similar syntax means rules for the programming language. In this case, HTML is you have, and I'll just show you down here. You have an open brace, uh, open and angle bracket, angle brace. Sorry. The element. I'm just going to type element, and then you have a closing angle brace. And then if you need to close it, some tags are self-closing, as you'll see in these next videos, but most of them they have to be followed by some kind of closing tag, which starts out with pretty sure that the forward slash, and then the element name. So that's how it starts. And you can see up here, I got that right here, right there. So let me just continue on. After the dot type declaration, we start at HTML. This basically says this is where HTML is going to be, and it is. It's going to be inside those HTML tags that are highlighted. Next is the head. Head is usually for control information. For this HTML tutorials, we won't be spending much time in the head until we get into CSS and JavaScript, which won't be for a while, I guess. But stuff that goes in the head is usually the title, and I forgot the title. But the title is what's displayed in, well, it used to be what was displayed in the window. The top part, the window, like right along there, it would be. Now it's displayed as the tab, so we'll just call it HTML tutorial. There's the title. Other stuff that goes in the head is external CSS style sheets and external JavaScript as well. The body is what we're going to mostly be putting our HTML in, and the body displays content. It will show you what is actually in the let's just leave it at that. It displays content to the page, and then we have that close in HTML, which is where we end our HTML document. So to save this, go save as. I'm going to go to desktop. I already made a YouTube folder. You can put it on the desktop if you want. Just to stay organized, we're going to use this YouTube folder. We'll just call it first page. Now if you're in Notepad, it won't have the save as type as HTML already. You'll have to change that or just put it explicitly .html. We'll go ahead and save it. So you may be wondering, how do you see your page? Well, you go to where that file is being held. In this case, it's in YouTube, the YouTube folder, and you just double click it, and it shows up. And you notice that there's our title displayed up in the tab, as I said, right there. Now you may be wondering, there's nothing in here, and that's exactly right. There's nothing in the body that's going to display, so we'll give you a commonly used tag. It's a paragraph tag, and paragraph tags are P. Open an angle brace, P, close an angle brace, and then a close-in tag within the P. And in there, you can write whatever you want. Hello, welcome to my HTML tutorial. Make sure you save it, and refresh the page, and it should show up. And that's it for this first video. Just wanted to show you the basics. In the next video, we'll get down to what exactly can go into the body. Start with content, move along from there, and that's it. If you have any questions, send me a message via YouTube, and I'll try to get back to you. Later!